Welcome back to Baywatching, everyone. Let's talk about Season 6's confusing as hell airing order. Starting with this episode, you might notice Baywatch's normally seamless continuity starting to fracture into a million nonsensical pieces. I know shows like this are generally designed to have episodes be standalone, but when, for instance, your main character takes in an adorable orphan child and they create a story arc out of it, you probably don't want to end with maybe she'll be adopted, and then have her disappear for a few episodes with no explanation. And after this, she's gonna disappear again for another 9 episodes. Why they decided to air it like this is anyone's guess, but this isn't even the craziest thing about this season. Let's just pretend that when Joey's gone, she's, I don't know, in the background somewhere.
Joey's with her mother. Oh god.
The rest of the story arcs are just jumbled and placed wherever. For instance, Caroline and Logan's relationship takes a few turns, but where and at what point, you're just gonna have to do some guesswork. There's another huge screw-up later in the season where a character is introduced after they were already in the previous episode in a pretty vital role. And also, Cody seems to forget who Neely is, but that might just be because he's an idiot. And since it comes up in this episode as well, you've got the huge question mark that is Matt Brody. This episode marks the return of good ol' Eyebrows. You might remember that he left the show in-universe because of Neely's bogus sexual harassment claims, and Baywatch's bizarre pattern of having CJ sometimes be dating him long distance and sometimes forgetting he ever existed. It's hard to tell what's just inconsistent characterization. Technically speaking, I think this is actually Eyebrows' final appearance. The episode is a little open-ended, but David Charvet wasn't part of the cast anymore, and they might have just been thinking of future guest spots that didn't happen. This could also be the first instance of main character returns and promises to come back, never to be seen again, which is a baffling continuing theme in Baywatch. But anyway, Eyebrows technically is in 3 more episodes after this, one of which is a 2-parter, but both of those were made earlier on. 7 episodes from now, he's just randomly there with no explanation, and according to the production number on the script, that's because it was actually produced for the 5th season. I don't know why they decided to hold off on that episode. It could be because it's absolutely terrible and probably cobbled together from scraps left on the cutting room floor. And the last episodes aired with Eyebrows, the 2-parter Forbidden Paradise, were actually a movie released direct-to-video between seasons 5 and 6 and then repackaged for the show. So, I don't know, just assume he died after that. The point of this whole thing is, Baywatch was being needlessly confusing in a season airing alongside Baywatch Nights, which was needlessly confusing enough as it is. So combine all of the random plots making no sense, characters disappearing and reappearing, and Mitch sprinkling in lines about being a private eye, it's a wonder anyone in 1995 knew what the hell was going on.
Oh, Christ.
Anyway, let's watch an episode about Eyebrows and orphans. We open with the return of Eyebrows, and the rocks of doom have once again been converted into the rocks of contemplation.
Get off those rocks before you kill yourself, idiot.
Okay. So Eyebrows has flown in from France to put in his 10 days and keep his lifeguard certification, apparently without telling CJ he was coming. Ah, that classic Eyebrows communication. Are they together? Are they not? We may never know. Great, now that you're back, I can continue with my lawsuit.
Sacre bleu! I am in double jeopardy!
So that's why you're standing on the jetty like the cover of a romance novel?
Oh, I am so romantic!
I'm super hurt because I love you, Eyebrows.
Hi, CJ! Who's that?
No one.
I found a quarter down here!
Naturally, CJ's pretty conflicted about the whole situation, but she has Stephanie there for comfort.
Yeah, the old sexual harassment country skip. Seen it a million times. I don't mean to brag, but I've falsely accused a wiener or two. But let's not talk about that, Dingleberry. Say, is that a fireplace?
Meanwhile, a wild Joey appears. She's hanging out with Hobie when she spots Richard Mole, his cool top hat, and her past coming back to haunt her.
Denim goons, away!
Yeah, Hobie, let the 10-year-old run off by herself while you get your fortune told. I know Mitch neglected you for all of your formative years, but the cycle has to be broken sometime.
Aw, this is why I'm getting less and less screen time, isn't it?
Hey!
What follows is a long, embarrassing sequence of badly edited shots where grown extras try to pretend they can't possibly catch this little kid.
Those child-grabbing classes were worth every penny.
Cotton candied! Damn, cotton candy is the only thing I love more than terrorizing children.
See, Hobie, you could have prevented this if you'd tried at all. So this is Trapper, who spends much of this episode waltzing around like he's king of the con artists. He also, takes in a bunch of runaways and orphans and trains them to be part of his con artist cult? What? Joey's mother owed him $850, so now Joey owes him that money. She'll either get it to him in cash or do a job for him. Yes, this episode asks you to believe that a man expects a 10-year-old to pay off her mother's old debts by committing heists. Baywatch is a show about realism. Trapper's a fascinating character with many layers. When the daily grind of swindling gets to be too much, it's really the sad children that keep him going.
She died in a car crash.
Oh, you are good.
I'm being adopted.
Who'd adopt you?
Joey. I tell ya, there's nothing better in life than corrupting a 10-year-old. I went to Woodstock, saw all 7 wonders of the world, and even met the Queen, but nothing is compared to seeing a small child weep. Oh, it's the little things that make life worth living. But wait, hasn't he heard of her father, the legendary Mitch Buchanan?
Buchanan? Yeah, semi-tall, disgustingly good-looking. I know who he is.
Yes, tales of Mitch's excellent physique have spread far and wide. Anyway, Joey's sworn off doing crime, but because she worries Trapper might go to Mitch about her debts and ruin her adoption, she agrees to one last job. Mitch, of course, is famous for kicking his kid to the curb at any given opportunity.
This one is awesome. Totally killer. Check it out.
Ugh, that color scheme with that pattern? Next thing we know, you'll be suggesting a gay ecru color. Get a job and get out of my house. Joey, you're the new hubby now. As long as your dumb dead mother didn't leave any old debts for you to pay, I think we're gonna get along just fine. Hey, are you doing a heist in here?
Nope, just laying in bed completely naturally with my pillow lengthwise.
Well, that was weird. Anyway, night.
Now, my little one, you're gonna have to pay the piper.
Nobody stands up G-rated Jack the Ripper. No one! Meanwhile, Mitch is arguing with Stephanie, who wants to fire Neely again.
She's a loose cannon who jeopardizes the efficiency of this department.
Neely, you're a damn good lifeguard, but you're a loose cannon. Turn in your swimsuit, your brass knuckles, and your flask. You're off the case.
So what if Neely falsely accused Eyebrows of sexual assault and ran him out of the country? Mitch is tired of this soap opera crap.
Look, I don't want to disrupt the department with any more soap opera relationships than we already have, okay?
But she ruined my life.
Yeah, well, here's what I think of that.
Franz, affichiamo le pepe, le più escargot. Without you, you will be speaking German. See you on TF1 again.
The best part about this scene is that despite saying that he doesn't care for this soap opera stuff, apparently Mitch is a huge gossip.
Caroline says CJ is interested in Cody as a way of getting, which makes Logan very jealous. May September thing developing, and Cody are close friends. Cody's one other girl who's seen kissing Cody at a Beach Boys concert.
Oh my god. The tea, Matt. The tea!
This soap opera stuff, look, I don't need this.
Numi, guess what I just heard about Matt and CJ?
Okay, kids, time to work things out. And what do you do when you have 2 squabbling lifeguards, one of which got a restraining order against the other one, hence him leaving the country? You make 'em work together. I love being back at Baywatch with this bitch. Gotcha, big boy. Bet you didn't think I could read minds, but while you were studying the blade, I was mastering telepathy. Oh no! The two of them have a heartwarming talk about how, being a lifeguard makes Neely feel good and stuff. But look, none of this really matters.
Without the threat of a lawsuit, they're gonna fire me.
Or maybe they'll start to trust you.
Take it from Eyebrows. If they find out you lied, they'll trust you. I think Baywatch is missing the critical point that both of them are terrible lifeguards. Oh yeah, this episode's also about pirates. Oh! Some rich people are being held hostage for a sum of money.
Pretty exciting, huh, folks?
These pirates are so important, they aren't even given names. But when they spot Neely and Eyebrows, they smell trouble.
Lifeguard! Get us out of here!
Oh my god, fuck! Lifeguards! We're fucked! Fuck!
Shouldn't be so curious.
How much are you asking for? Only 25 million. I'd call this amateur hour. Stick with me, boys, and I'll make us billionaires. Jeez, Eyebrows is back for like a day, and already he's cuffed in a hostage situation again. No wonder he wants to flee the country. Anyway, here's this weird exchange.
I should have got involved with someone like you. I mean, you're strong, you're sexy, you're intelligent. Oh, come on, Mitch. You must have known I've always had a thing for you.
What kind of thing?
forbidden fruit kind of thing.
Wait, what?
That do anything for you shippers?
Teamwork!
Hi, Kiba.
As if these are the first pirates they've ever dealt with. These are like the 10th this week.
Just so we're clear, this is my save!
Well, we've got this collapsed oil rig set, and damn it, we're gonna use it. The rich assholes are saved! After a cameo from who has to be Ashley Gorell's little sister, Trapper enlists Joey for a really real heist this time. Luckily, Hobie's on the case.
Yeah, Joey went off with some guy in Venice.
So you saw your new sister take off with some creepy old dude in a top hat and you just let it happen? Hobie, you suck. Ah, Mitch, running in slow motion from one plot to the next. Mitch will shove every single one of these con artist orphans until he finds out who has the info he needs. Luckily for him, the heist is happening, like, across the street. Yes! And my mom said owning an army of orphan burglars was a pipe dream. Oh shit, not the legendarily handsome Mitch Buchanan. I've always had a forbidden fruit kind of thing for him.
Lifeguard arrest!
When you find out what I know about her, you won't want to adopt the little criminal.
Joke's on you, I've always hated kids. Nothing you say can make me like her any less.
Mitch, maybe don't turn your back on the criminal to give your inspirational pep talk. Actually, what is Richard Mole even doing the whole time? Just waiting for him to finish?
We see you down here again, man. You're going to jail. You got it?
What? The next day, 12 children went missing. And with a shot of the sunset, we leave Eyebrows and CJ's love story in the same place it was before. Unconcluded and pointless. The end. Next time on Baywatch Nights, the Butte Bribeby Agency helps a streetwise kid who witnessed a murder and might know where some stolen cash is hidden. Mitch continues to pretend he has no children who might relate to that. Beat it, kid.